Good evening, everyone. This is Pradeep, Ambassador of Change from GETI, the Global Education and Training Institute of Lucknow, India. And we are the premier training institute for principals and teachers in India and other parts of the world. And we have many in-service and pre-service programs. For more information on this, please go to 740-840-1000. Right now, you are on our disruptive education platform, provided to us by our mentor, Dr. Sunita Gandhi. And on this platform, we have met with and interacted with more than 1,600 educators from India and all over the world. And this evening, we have for you Mr. Vaughan Eric Tandoc. He's a distinguished Toastmaster, a DTM, and author from Confidently Speaking Institute in Drayton Valley, Alberta, Canada. He's a professional, inspirational speaker, educator, facilitator, moderator, and Amazon best-selling author. He is a positive influencer, mentor, and coach of public speaking, clarity, and confidence building. He started his coaching and mentoring program called Confidently Speaking Institute in 2019 and published his best-selling book titled Say It Loud, Say It Proud in July of 2020. His work is about the importance of communication, learn the art of public speaking and confidence in presenting. He's a distinguished Toastmaster, or DTM as mentioned earlier, the highest distinction in Toastmasters International. He combines a sense of responsibility with gentleness and humor. He states his mission clearly. He says he was born to bring out the best in people by sharing his experience in the mechanics and dynamics of confident communication so that others can realize their dreams. He now speaks globally in different platforms, organizations, and schools to share his mission and vision. So, good evening, sir. Good morning to you, and good evening from here. Welcome. Thank you for being with us, and over to you.
Thank you, Pradeep, sir. Thank you for having me, and thank you, GT, and good evening, and India, and good morning from Alberta, Canada. So, as mentioned by Pradeep, sir, my name is Bonaric Tandoc of Confidently Speaking Institute, and I'm here to do a presentation about the art of giving and receiving feedback. Yes, that's right. How to give feedback and how to receive feedback. Before I start, I would like to mention the objectives of this presentation. The objectives, at the end of this presentation, you will get to know why feedback is important in your classroom, in any organization, particularly in your daily life. Yes, so that's three important things. In your classroom, in your organization, any organization you belong, and in your daily life. In your daily life, you can apply this to your friends, relatives, to your immediate family. So this is the importance of giving and receiving feedback. The next objective at the end of this presentation is the three important steps to learn from feedback or evaluation. Okay, moving on. If I'm going to ask everyone here, even Sir Pradeep, what is feedback, I might probably get different definition of feedback. Okay. For the purpose of this presentation, feedback means information about reactions to a product, a person, performance of a task, which is used as a basis for improvement. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to remember the keywords: basis for improvement. Okay, so that's our simple definition of feedback. Okay, now feedback can also be known as the view, the critics, the judgment. What else? Opinion. There you go. And satisfaction. That is what is meant by feedback. Okay? Critics, judgment, view, opinion, satisfaction. Are they satisfied with your product? Are they satisfied with your presentation in your classroom? So are the students, what's the students' perspective about your subject matter? Again, another common names of feedback is evaluation, right? So we, educator, evaluate our student. The student will also going to evaluate their teachers. That's why it's very important how to give and how to receive feedback. Now, when it comes to feedback or evaluations, according to Henry Cloud, the natural response to evaluation is to feel judged, right? We have to mature to place where we respond to feedback with gratitude in lab evaluations. That's what he said. Henry Cloud, American author, saying about feedback or evaluation. You have to embrace it. Because if you want to win, you have to accept the opinion, the suggestions. And people by nature, when you tell them something to do or you corrected them, they feel judged. Right? The natural response is you get hurt. And then you defend. No, no, no. This is my no. Like, right? So that's the natural response of people. My recommendations for everyone, let's say in your classroom, let's say when you presented certain product, your inventions probably, when they give you evaluations, the best way is just say thank you. Thank you for your feedback. I appreciate it. And not like, oh, example, when you do a video and then one of your audience give feedback and he said, I don't like your video because you don't have an energy when you're talking, just say thank you and then reflect on it and then improve. Rather than explaining, no, 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 this is right. That's not the right way. So again, accept feedback and evaluation with an open arm and open mind. That's just the secret of how to accept feedback. Okay. Okay, moving on. As an educator, because we are having this presentation for educational setting and classroom setting, as a teacher or educator, your students will judge you or give feedback according to these three things: how you look, how you present, how you sound in your presentation, and how you organize your material. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. How you look, how you sound, and how you prepare your materials. Let's digest it one by one. Okay. How the educator looks. It's very important how you look, right? Because you're a teacher. You should portray this image of a real educator. Image is important. Okay. Why you should dress well. As a teacher or educator or presenter or speaker, you need to dress well because it will make you more confident. And the moment that you are confident, then your presentation will be more encouraging. Your presentation will be more educated in style. Like, because you have that confidence, you have that aura of confidence. Okay. Okay. And you never know, when you dress well, that will be the start of a new opportunity. You will get connected with other people. So again, how you look, Whatever setting you are, maybe you are in a school, in your classroom, or your organization, or going outside for a conference, you need to take consideration of how you look. One tip though on how you look is you should be comfortable with what you're wearing. Okay? That's the only tip. Because if you're not comfortable with what you're wearing, then it doesn't make good for you. Because if you're comfortable, then confidence will not be there too. So just be comfortable. Okay. So that's one important. They will judge you how you look, how you dress. The most important when you do your presentation, when you present your topic, or you, let's say, in the classroom, how you sound. How's your sound? Is it confident? Is it shy? Right? So be very careful of how you sound. Do you speak too fast? Because the moment that you speak too fast, particularly if English is not your first language, they will not understand you. How about the volume of your voice? Can they hear you at the back? So that's the most important as a teacher, as an educator, or as a presenter. How you sound, okay? Are you nervous? Are you low voice? Do you know that having a low voice is sign of no confidence? So for those first timer trainer here or teacher, be very careful of your voice, okay? The next one, how you organize your material. Let's say in your classroom setting, how do you organize your presentation, or how are you organize your lesson plan, right? So be very careful. You should be have this basic part of the speech. So I'm going to incorporate the basic part of the speech, which is the opening, your body, and conclusion. Nothing less, nothing more. Okay? So you have to organize your lesson plan, your materials, your presentation very well. Again, that's three: how you look, how you sound, and how you organize your materials in your presentation. Okay? So you will be judged in those three. Next one is I would like to mention constructive feedback versus negative feedback. For the purpose of this presentation, we will use the word constructive feedback. Because remember, feedback, the basis for improvement. So we are not here to give feedback to ridicule someone. We are not here to give feedback to put down someone. Never do that, particularly to your student, right? You never put down anyone. You have to help them improve. And that is why we are giving feedback. Okay, next one. This is our main topic. Two topics actually. First, let's discuss how to give feedback. There are three things in how to give feedback. Number one is your attention. Number two, use the sandwich method. And number three, show you care. The care is an acronym for something. CARE. Okay, let's go to the art of attention. You cannot give a proper evaluation if you don't have your focus, if you don't have your full attention. Okay? So let's say one of your student will going to recite. You ask question, and then he or she will answer. What you will do is listen attentively. That's the most important, listening. Because you cannot understand something if you are not listening attentively and actively. So attention is number one when you give feedback. Okay, your full focus. Next one, the sandwich method. Imagine a sandwich or a burger. Okay, so we use sandwich method to give a feedback. And how does it work? Okay, imagine three layers of the burger: the top, the middle, and the lower portion. The top portion represent positive feedback. The middle portion represent the feedback or suggestion you want to give to somebody else. And the lower portion is another good feedback. Okay, so if you can picture this one, positive, constructive feedback, and then positive feedback. That's three layers. That is what we call sandwich method. Okay, so remember, sandwich method. So what is feedback sandwich? Actually, the feedback sandwich is the top portion, which is giving a good feedback, something positive to warm up your evaluation. So when you want to give evaluation, open it with something positive. Okay, so be positive. Next part is the feedback you actually want to give. Let's say you pointed out one or two suggestion. That is how you give feedback. And lastly, something else to provide to soften the real feedback. Again, for the benefit of everyone, imagine a burger, sandwich burger. The top, the middle, and the lower portion. The top is good feedback. The middle portion is something that you want to give feedback or opinion, suggestion, recommendations, evaluations, and to soften it, another good feedback. That is sandwich feedback. Okay, we call it sandwich feedback. Now, the last one is care. I would like to use the acronym CARE. Okay, let's go for C, compliment. Okay, so when you give feedback, particularly in your classroom, you give compliment. You will say, well done, very good, thank you for your answer. So you have to appreciate your student. Same same thing in your home, right? When your child show a drawing, look dad, look mom, this is my drawing. What are your first reaction? You should appreciate the child. Next one is address. What are you going to address? Address the problem or the any challenges. So point out what needs to be done, what needs to be improved on. Okay? And then later, next one, resolve. What is resolve all about? You have to resolve that something to improve on and get his or her opinion, like, can we do this one? Can I expect you to improve on? That is resolve. So you have a two-way communication rather than saying, oh, that's bad. And then, right? You just stop. So do you think the student or your child will be improved? No. And lastly, encourage. Okay? Encourage. How do you encourage? So, okay, I look forward for more beautiful drawing. Okay? Or let's say in your classroom, I look forward for you to recite again or answered questions, something like that. So again, care. C, you compliment, you address the challenges or something to improve on, you resolve it, the two of you, and you encourage. Now, my tip to everyone here, all teachers, educators, presenters, anybody, be a coach, not a critic. I hope this said, be a coach and not a critic will remain as part of the value that I want to give to all of you. Okay? So, how to give feedback? Your full attention. Number two, use the feedback sandwich. And number three, use the CARE method. CERE. Now, next, go to the next part. How to receive feedback. You already know the basic art of giving feedback. Let's go how to receive feedback. And this is most important. Okay? How to receive feedback. You have to take into consideration that different people will give you different feedback. Trust me. So let's say Pradeep sir here will give different feedback. When you give it to another trainer, he will give different feedback. And that's normal because feedback is the opinion of each and every one. And the most important here is learn from that person and learn from that another person and you will improve. Okay? Next one. How to receive feedback is, again, remember the three things that they will check on you, or they will look into you. Your how you look, how you sound, and how you organize your material. Okay. Next one. In receiving feedback, to be able to be successful, you have to set yourself up for success. What does it mean? You prepare yourself, you practice. So if you're a presenter in an organization or you're going to give a lecture, what you should do? Of course, you prepare yourself, you should have that confidence, and you should know or master your subject. That is what is meant by set yourself up for success. Okay? You should not go there, teach the student in the school without proper preparation. Or else, trust me, you will get negative feedback. Right? Okay. Practicing your presentation for an effective presentation. Practicing your, let's say, your lesson plan. Check your lesson plan. Check your visual aids. Right? Okay, the next one is presenting your talk to your audience. If you are a speaker or lecturer, you present your talk to your audience. Okay, next one on how to receive feedback is learn from the feedback. Always learn from the feedback. And be grateful if someone will give you a feedback. Okay, in my long experience as manager of in a fast food industry, right? If a customer comes into your restaurant and then they get out without saying a word, did you get feedback? The clear answer is no, right? But if a customer will come to you and give you positive and constructive feedback, be grateful, right? Silence is kind of, you will not learn from silence. So let's say you have a presentation and you did not give any kind of feedback in your presentation, then you never know if you did well or not. So that is the importance of feedback. Okay? So if you want to win, you have to be willing to be judged by others. Right now in my presentation, I'm being judged already. But because I want to win, I want to improve myself, I'm very much open with feedback. I accept evaluation with open arms and open mind. So that is the technique on accepting feedback. I want to add this to you. In your Facebook, when you post something, what is the number one thing that you want to see? The positive comments, right? The number of likes, right? Because people by nature, we want positive, we want good remarks. But again, you should prepare also yourself to get constructive feedback and criticism. As a teacher or educator, you should be ready with that. I remember during my college days, we also give written feedback to our professors, right? That is kind of feedback. Next one, and the most important thing in receiving feedback, I want you to remember this acronym, Q-tip. Letter Q, T-I-P. Q-tip. What does it mean? Quit taking it personally. There you go. When you receive a feedback, don't take it personally. And that is human nature. We are so sensitive that we don't want to receive feedback. Right? That is important. Again, summary how to receive feedback. Okay, prepare yourself. Set up yourself for success. Number one. Number two, learn from the feedback. And number three, don't take it personally. Again, ladies and gentlemen who are listening right now or who will going to listen in this presentation, quit taking it personally. That's the most important thing in receiving feedback. No more, no less. Now, those are the two presentations that I presented to you. How to give feedback and how to receive feedback. I have actually one full chapter in my book, Say It Loud, Say It Proud. It's a public speaking and communication book, and I wrote it down in my book, one full chapter of evaluation. Because I always believe to be better at something, there should be always feedback. There should be always evaluation. Did you notice when you do a presentation, you ask your friend, how did it go? Did I do well? You're already asking feedback, right? Same thing when you post a picture in your social media. You are actually expecting to get positive feedback. You like the word, oh, you look nice, you look great, right? But again, be ready to receive constructive feedback. And most people don't want to receive the constructive feedback, the negative feedback. To everyone here listening, accept feedback with open arms and open mind and don't take it personally. Okay? So again, that's my presentation, how to give and receive feedback. If you want to connect to me, I'm with my Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Okay, just shoot me a message or probably my email, vetandoc@gmail.com, or visit my website, www.bonerictandoc.com. Thank you, Pradeep Mol, sir, for this opportunity. Thank you for having me. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate you much. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. When Eric Tandoc, sir, and he's originally from the Philippines. And thank you so much for talking to us on the art of giving and receiving feedback in the education and classroom settings. So, good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. And before we leave, I request you to watch our detox of our disruptive literacy movement by Global Dream, an initiative by Dr. Sunita Gandhi since 2014. This is to ensure everyone's participation by a people's movement in helping India achieve total foundational literacy and numeracy. We have several talks on this every day. And for more information on the talks that you would like to tune into, please go to 740-840-1000. So good evening, everybody. Good night, and all the very best. See you again tomorrow. Thank you, sir, for being with us.
Thank you, Pradeep, sir. Thank you. Take
Welcome,
care.
sir.